Dear students, class 10 Cbse. Today we have taken a topic from biology and it has been set. The question has been set in your sample question paper released for 2025 exam and question number 1515. Please go through the question. It's a very good question and beautifully set. And right from the beginning, I would like to appeal you all. You please avoid first reference books. Please be thorough in NCERT textbooks line by line, and each and every word may turn the direction of the question, and that is the technique usually followed by the paper setters or the question setters. So let's come to the question and let's read first. Identify the incorrect. You see, this is very important. Incorrect means all correct and one is not correct. That is the negative statement. Incorrect statement. That what is the statement? That is within inverted commas. The energy available to the producers. So producers is maximum. Here is the producer. We shall discuss is maximum because. So there are 4 regions have been given. These regions, out of 4 regions, 3 are correct and 1 is not correct. So we have to identify which is incorrect as per the direction or as demanded by the question. So let's read the options or the distractors given for that question. Okay. Question option A, it is the first tropic level which absorbs this one, which absorbs 1% of light energy directly from the source. That source is ultimate source, the sun. Okay. Second, option B, it utilizes the most of the chemical energy. You see, this is a very good line, and this line as actually this word will change the direction of the question. This is a very tactfully it has been developed. The most of the chemical energy for its respiration, growth, reproduction, movement, etc. So it utilizes the chemical energy for the metabolic activities. That is the biological part. You have already learned. Option C, it utilizes 10% of light energy and transfers the rest. Means 10% utilizes and transfers 90% to the next trophic level. It is called misguiding stem, and this is not correct and this is not correct. Okay. So it transfers only 10% of light energy. It transfers only 10% of light energy to the next trophic. Let me read the option D. It transfers only 10% of light energy to the next trophic level. So I think here is a mistake in the question. I suppose. You please discuss. Whenever light energy is captured and converted to chemical energy, here suggested, how can that producer, the first trophic level, will transfer 10% of light energy, and the light energy cannot be converted by that primer consumers to chemical energy. It is clearly mentioned. So, 2 lines are contradictory for this word only. I suppose. Okay. So, it should have been 10% of chemical energy or simple energy. And here we have mentioned the flow of chemical energy. Okay. Energy to the next trophic level. You see, one word may change the direction of the question, may change the option of the question. So you please consult with the teachers and experts. I may be wrong, but actually what happens? So it is clearly mentioned here chemical energy, but how it is actually light energy. But here the light energy is correct. Okay. And it utilizes 10% of light energy. No, it captures only 1% light energy. That we shall discuss. Okay. So from our discussion, it will be explicit whether this is correct or not. But we have the objection here. Okay. Now look at the pyramidical structure that is called trophic level. What is troph? Trophic means food. The mode of nutrition or the mode of taking food is different in different organisms. So according to the mode of nutrition, so the organisms, plants, animals, they are classified in a pyramidical structure that is called trophic levels. Generally, there are four trophic levels. So you are confused with trophics. That is according to the food, means capturing food and utilization of food. That is called mode of nutrition. According to mode of nutrition, there are four trophic levels, and that question was asked in Cbse. And the first trophic level you see, producers. Why they are called producers? They are called autotrophs. They produce food for all others. All others are dependent, and this is independent or autotroph. So producers generally they are green plants. Okay, now generally green plants, and what they do, the green plants they capture the first point, the first trophic level, that is green plants which absorb 1%, that is correct, 1% of light energy directly from the source, that is the sunlight. Okay, so they capture 1% of sunlight. Okay. Then what they do, this question was asked, I do remember, perhaps in 2023 Cbse exam, and let us discuss that question first. Okay, from that let us switch over to this question. Okay, write the events that occur during utilization of light energy by the producers. So now the picture is clear. The producers they absorb 1% of light energy. Then what they do? So a process, a phenomenon takes place, that is called photosynthesis. So that light energy is utilized in that process, and that process takes place in different steps. What are the steps? So you have to explain these steps, and this question was asked in the Cbse exam. First you see absorption of light energy, correct? First step, that is 1% of solar energy, that has been clarified here. Then light energy is converted into chemical energy. You see the chemical energy you have mentioned here. The light energy is turned into chemical energy. How? By a chemical process. That phenomenon is called photosynthesis. Photo means light, and synthesis is preparation of food. Then splitting of water molecule to hydrogen and oxygen. This is very important. During that phenomenon, during that process, that water molecule breaks down or split into hydrogen and oxygen. Then what happens? Then you know the main component of that photosynthesis is carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide is reduced, means hydrogen is added, means it gains hydrogen. So carbon dioxide is reduced to form, that is glucose. Okay, or simply called carbohydrate. So you see the light energy is converted into chemical energy during the phenomenon, the process photosynthesis. So here food is prepared, and then the food that they prepare, about 90% of that energy from the food, but the food is utilized, that the utilization of food is called nutrition. So during nutrition 90% are consumed. You see, in what activities? In their respiration, in their growth, their reproduction, in their movement, and their chewing, eating, etc. So 90% of energy is required, is consumed for different biological activities of the organism. Now clear? Then the rest 10% upward movement. So the next movement, the second trophic level, that is called primary consumers, means they are primary consumers, they are generally herbivores. They eat green plants and leaves. So herbivores, the herbs, but usually they eat herbs, or they are herbivores. They are called primary consumers. So primary consumers get 10% of the chemical energy that is produced by the autotrophs or the producers, and they also consume, they also utilize 90% of the energy received from the first trophic level. Then rest 10% they transfer to the next trophic level. So this is called 10% flow of energy, that is chemical energy, from one trophic level to the next higher trophic level. So then the less amount of energy is transferred to the tertiary or the top level, the tertiary consumers. Okay. So tertiary consumers, you see secondary consumers, particularly small carnivores, secondary small carnivores, and tertiary the top level, that is larger consumers, and we human beings, we also lie there. We are both, we are omnivorous. Okay. So there are four major steps, and you see the greatest number of organisms means the green plant, the greatest number, the base you see, the highest number, the greatest number of organisms are present in the first trophic level, because they generate, they produce food for others. Okay. And the little and usable energy, very little usable energy is transferred to the top level or the fourth trophic level, that is called tertiary level. Now the picture is clear. So from that point of view, this answer is correct, this answer is wrong, but this is correct, but here confusion is here. Okay. So this is, I suppose, I think it is not light energy, simple energy or chemical energy. And if we say light energy is not transferred as per rules. Okay. And as per the text, it has been written. Okay. Now you please discuss with the teachers. So our targeted questions, from that we have developed some questions. This question is already discussed, and this question was set in 2023. And from that concept, we have taken one question. Human beings suffer from biological magnification. This is a very good question. It was set. It was also asked in the Cbse examination. Then explain what's biological magnification. Some students, actually, those who depend on actually online classes and depend on different means commercial organizations and reference books, they completely ignore NCERT books. I once again appeal and advise all my students to please be thorough about the NCERT textbooks. Don't avoid the activities and the in-text questions, and each and every word you please consult with the teacher to get your doubts clarified. You see, there is biological magnification. What happens? Let me explain. We use chemicals and pesticides to grow crops. Okay. So the plants, they absorb these chemicals and the pesticides, the harmful substances through their soil, and the aquatic plants, they actually gain from water. Okay. And that harmful chemical substance enter our ecosystem or a food chain, not ecosystem or food chain, or our trophic level, it enters. So it enters the first level. Okay. Then finally it is transferred, and these chemicals are deposited here, and the concentration is more at the top level, where human being occupies, or human beings are there at the top level. So these means harmful chemical substances, pesticides, etc., they are deposited at the top level where the human beings lie. Okay. So this phenomenon, deposition or concentration of these harmful chemical substances, is called biological magnification. And for this biological magnification, we are advised to means clean our food grains, food, vegetables, etc. before eating and cooking. Okay. It has been clearly mentioned and this question was asked. But some students don't find, no, it is not in the book, it is beyond book. No, it is within your textbook. Please be thorough. Then another question, this question is over. And this question is over, we have already discussed. Then another problem, this question may be set in reverse ways. We have taken an example. Suppose 1 kilojoule energy is available to the first tropic level. So producer get 1 kilojoule, 1 kg. Okay. Find the amount of energy to be available to the tertiary level, the top level. Now you see, the first level availability is 1 kilojoule means 1000 joule. Now you see second level, that will be 1/10, so 100 joule. Then third tropic level, very simple. Then 100 is available to the second. Then third, 1/10 of 100, that is 10 joule. That is third. And the fourth, the top or the tertiary level gets 10, 1/10 of 10, that is 1 joule. This question was also asked in Cbse exam. Okay. So these are the probable questions from this chapter, and this is a very nice question. But actually, here is a doubt. You please consult with your teachers and experts, those who have expertise in this field. And a word, I was the paper setter. I know a single word will change the direction and mislead the question. Okay, so this is a very nice question that has been set by the Cbse, and here is the controversial issue is there, but this is the right answer. But means not correct answer. All are correct. All answers are correct. All means all statements are correct. This is not, because 10% of light energy, it utilizes 10% of light energy. No, it only gets 1%. How does it actually utilize 10% light energy and transfer the rest for 90%? No, it is wrong. But it transfers 10%. This is correct. Then what energy it transfers? It transfers chemical energy. I think not light energy. And this line, it contradicts the option D, contradicts the option B. Now, hope you have understood our concept, our presentation, and we cordially invite your valuable opinion, your suggestion, any feedback, or any doubts for presentation in our video. In our next episode, we shall present mathematics question from your sample question paper. In our program, we propose to discuss all sample question papers for last 3 years for the larger benefit of our students. And if you like, if you are benefited, if you are happy, I appeal you to subscribe to our channel and share for the interest of other students. Thank you for